So last time we were playing, you came upon a castle with the 4 giant metallic legs that was traveling across the countryside.
Yes.
You went inside and found that it was a clockwork nightmare. Gears twisting and turning, pendulums swinging. You ended up finding this strange contraption where there were 6 of the 7 instruments of the bard, and you, River, approached it in an attempt to place an item on it, and that set the whole thing off. Which set everything in motion. The floors pulled away to reveal. You came in. It was just normal floor, but everything pulled away. It was all gears everywhere. You had to dodge. You had to fight clockwork creatures. You had to dodge traps. All sorts of insane things were going on, and eventually, you managed to get up to the second floor where you found the gnome was in such a crazed state that he had managed to create a clockwork version of himself and transfer his soul into it. And then a battle ensued, and Arranis got the what coolest one-liner in as he disintegrated the wizard, and then he played the contraption played all the other instruments, and Arranis played the Olim harp, and what was created out of all of them playing simultaneously was this big ball of energy. There was a piece of wood that was kind of thrumming with energy to be shaped into whatever Arranis so chose, and we have actually talked about that. Do you want to tell them a little bit about your new instrument?
Yes. Is it the Wind River clarinet?
It is not the Wind River clarinet. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Let me just double check my notes.
It's a Sungi horn.
Nope.
Sungi horn.
It is also going to be a harp, but it's quite a bit larger. However, instead of strings to pluck, they're very focused in small beams of light of various colors.
Harp!
Of
rainbow
colors
harp
of the rainbow.
Oh my god!
It's a rainbow harp.
I love it.
What's up?
And the rest of it is sort of has this sort of mist to it, so that you can't really see the rest of it. It's kind of like a cloud and the rainbow broaching between the two.
That's so cool! That's neat.
And I have some new toys to show off.
Oh god, I kind of want to say...
Huh? No, I just threw that one out.
Oh, okay.
Like, that one, had, a solid, probably, fucking tablespoon of...
Yeah. Do you want to explain to them some of the abilities?
I'm not going to tell them what spells I have, but I am going to tell them that if I roll well, I don't expend usage of the instrument.
Oh, that's neat.
God.
So I can keep casting spells so long as I roll a 6 after I cast it.
Nice. Wait. Does that mean you have a breath weapon in there?
No. It's
okay.
No, but if I
cast a spell,
and then after the spell happens, I roll a d6, and if it's a 6, I don't lose that spell to the next one.
Okay. Neat.
Okay. So sort of like a breath weapon.
It's sort of like a breath weapon. It's just
except
long
it
rests.
Yeah. So he rolls let's say he casts a spell and then he rolls a 6. He can continue to cast it until he stops rolling a 6.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oof.
Nice.
He's got quite a few spells in there too.
Yes,
Duration, not instant. Like how awesome would that be? Like a fireball that just continually casts.
I mean, it would suck when I had to stop casting it.
Explosion now!
I've come down with a terrible case of explosions.
Yeah.
Explosive amnesia.
So in the meantime, would you like to continue to travel toward? So you've since you stayed in the castle, you rested, and you are continuing on your journey, I assume, to try to find the dragon.
Yep, that's the plan.
Sure.
Any objections? Any?
So we
Nope, we're good.
rested, right?
Yep, you're all back up to full and everything.
Okay.
Got my birdie back, so I'll subtract that.
All right, let's see. So you got another good 5 days of travel, roughly.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
Hold on.
Oh, we're traveling.
okay.
Sing a song, just a travel song.
Actually, you got about 3 days of travel
Cause fun
before
is
we reach
getting-
where the dragon is apparently supposed to be. Yeah, 3 days.
Alright, cool.
4 days. I'm sorry. There we go. 4 days. Figured it out. 4 days. So let's see if anything happens in those 4
I'm not
days.
sure.
So that happened naturally.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, your first day traveling, the weather's gotten better. It's no longer driving rain.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm gonna use if something like that happens. I'm gonna use control weather to just no.
Try to, yeah. Occasionally get the occasional sprinkle, but it's not actually that bad. Mostly cloudy. It's pretty nice weather. Nothing out of the ordinary. You occasionally come across a river or something like that, a small stream. You rest under in a clearing, have a nice little picnic, continue travel, and then set up for camp for the night. On your second day of travel,
My true love gave it to me.
Cat.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's how I knew they were my true love.
Pra meow.
I have a Salem in my lap right now. He's just having the time of his life.
But the cat says, "Ah, I see you got the good kitty litter." Pra.
As you're traveling along, you come across, weirdly enough, elephants. Just a small herd of elephants traveling by, off in the distance.
Olifants.
This is the grasslands, after all.
Yeah.
Your third day, you're getting close. You actually end up hitting kind of a bog. Fun fact, do you guys know the difference between a bog and a swamp? Or a marsh and a swamp?
I used
Nope.
to. I do not know.
I think scrub is this difference? No? I don't know then.
It is vegetation. Swamps are mainly trees, where marshes are mainly, like you said, shrubs and grasses.
Okay.
I did it! I recall the piece of information.
That is actually like a strange difference. I went down a Google rabbit hole one day because I was like, what the fuck is an atoll anyway? And what makes this like, and then I was like, oh, so that's what an archipelago is, and that's what like this is and that, and I was like, okay, what the fuck makes a cove? What's the difference between like a cave
What's going
and
on
a
with this
cove?
music?
And like, I went down a rabbit hole. Anyway, third day, you start getting into a swampy, marshy, mostly marshy area as you catch the river and follow it down. On your fourth day, you travel for a good amount of time and
Uh-oh. Hello?
Oh,
You actually come across a small hut about halfway through the day.
Tiny hut?
It's a relatively crude hut.
Is there anyone there?
You should see if
Yeah,
anyone's
there's an old woman in there. Okay, not
Sure,
old.
she's a hag.
She's not. She middle-aged, long braided hair. It's kind of salt and pepper, black, gray, and white. She has various things hanging from her hut. Clothing is hanging on a line outside. That's the word I'm looking for. She has a big fireplace, and she has something bubbling in a pot on the hearth.
We kill her and take her possessions. Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that to everyone that we spend perhaps half an hour maybe hunting a deer and bringing something back for her, or doing something nice.
I'd love to hunt a deer. I've gone hunting. Actually, I've never gone hunting except when we gone hunting together. I forget.
I can cook the deer while we hunt it. It'll be okay.
So...
I want to shoot a deer. Can I shoot a deer with an eldritch blast?
I would
Will it destroy the
suggest
deer?
not setting
Will it like
bowl on
explode into bloody
fire.
chunks?
What?
If I shoot it with an eldritch blast, will the deer just die or will it explode?
Oh,
If you don't explode-
no.
Only
Oh.
one way to find out.
No.
I'm guessing you watch as the two foppish members of the group walk into the forest.
I need a
Well,
bugle.
it's not necessarily
This
the
is
forest. It's
horrifying.
very low rolling hills sort of thing. All right, let's see what the fuck you find.
Arranis, do you have a bugle?
No,
It's an
I can
essential
make-
hunting tool.
I'll cast minor illusion to make the sound of a bugle for him. Gotta love that.
You come across.
Gotta love that Jack of Trays. Do we have to roll survival to find it or no?
Yeah, roll survival.
Oh god.
Gotta love Jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, I do.
Let's see. You come across a giant elk.
All right.
How giant?
It's majestic. It's big. It's beautiful. It's majestic. It's got moss hanging off
No,
of
it's
its
black.
horns.
Okay. Vernon's apparently not one to take the sights in.
Eldritch blast.
All right, let me actually look up the stats for a giant elk.
They're hardy.
They are hardy, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Not quite elephant, but
Elk. Giant elk.
others use a plane of Judah family paid off.
All right, yeah, Vernon, you hit it all 3 times, and you blast it, and it turns and starts running away from you.
I'm going to cast haste on Vernon. I'm gonna take out the storm the Wind River harp and give it a strum and cast haste on Vernon. So you can do it, Vernon,
All right, roll your d6.
and I'll
I
inspire
can do
him.
it.
And I'll inspire him while we're at it.
How far away is this bad boy?
He's good 30 feet away.
Oh wait, do I still have wings of flying? No, I don't.
I'll just Misty Step and then cut its leg.
All right, go for it.
I'll be running after it at 60 feet. 60 feet per round.
Yeah. You get to feel like Aera for
You
about a
hit
minute.
it.
Actually, how far does it move it around? I might just be able to Eldritch Blast it again.
Right.
It
That was-
it moves 60 feet and around.
Oh yeah, I'll just Eldritch Blast it again.
All right, so Mavarax, you like Misty Step and you slice into it, cause like you missed up like a good like 5 feet up, because this thing's huge.
Yeah.
And you slice into it, you catch it in its flank, and it like wavers a little bit, but it just kind of keeps bounding away.
Damn it.
Alright,
There you go, buddy. I tried.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
I'll take a second attack at it if I can. Whoop.
Alright, yeah, Mav, you hit it again,
I mean,
and
Wow.
you slice it. So, on your way down, you slice it once, and it wavers, and then you just bury your sword into its into its stomach, and slice it open, all the entrails boom onto the ground, and it thunk. With
Oh,
a-
you magic guys.
Oh, good job. That's very good.
It's always so invigorating watching the youth hunt.
The youth?
Oh yes.
Arranis, we've done it! Can you just bugle again?
I'll use minor illusion to make a bugle sound again.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we'll clean it up. We'll clean it up and bring it back.
Now.
Okay.
Oh here, put it on my
I
floating
just thought of
disc.
something. I have to. Give me a second, I thought of something.
Here, I conjure a
I have
floating disc
entrails.
for us to use to carry the thing.
Can I have the entrails?
We'll give the entrails to Aera.
Yes!
We'll bring the.
I cast Revivify!
I think the body has to be intact.
No, it very briefly goes.
What a waste of a diamond.
That is a terrible.
No.
That's a
No.
terrible thing. That was dark as fuck.
No, it turns out it actually has 3
Ouch.
levels of Barbarian and went with the Path of the Zealot, so
Oh, no.
it doesn't cost any material components to revive.
How lovely.
Cast
God, that
Revivify
is so
for a
great.
brief moment. The
Oh,
elk is
I like-
like. Shh.
You're weird.
Maybe.
The Aera says as she's stuffing intestines into her mouth.
I didn't actually do it. I just said theoretically I could.
You're still weird.
What
Nom,
if
nom,
I
nom.
did?
Do you know why they call
Trying to
these
find
sweetbreads?
What?
Do you know why they call these sweetbreads?
Why?
I don't know, I was asking you.
I don't know.
That's a type of bread. It's
No,
sweet.
no. It's
Oh.
friggin' entrails, man.
It's an old Fey recipe, you wouldn't understand. Those wood elves. What happened?
Sorry, I couldn't hear anybody for a hot second there.
Same.
Me neither.
Alright.
I don't know, but I got the vague impression that Illianor was going to be vaguely condescending towards me.
Oh, what did I even
I don't
say?
know why you got that impression
What
either.
the hell? I said something along the lines. Wait, what did I even say? I actually just forgot. Wow.
You said it was an ancient Fey recipe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yes, it's an ancient Fey recipe. You wouldn't understand. Those wood elves.
just all I imagine when you guys are writing it, just like don't even have trumpets or anything. That is how you're
Yes.
introduced.
Uh,
I fucking love that movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
oh, wait, I don't think we've actually discussed your ancestry, Arranis. Are you wood elf?
Technically,
Or are you a Ladrin? Or are you High Elf? Or are you you're not Shatterkai?
my grandma was a wood elf. On one side. There's a little bit of a Ladrin in there on my grandfather on the other side. And then on my father's side, there is a pair of high elves.
Sweet.
Second generation half elf.
Are we done talking about Ancestry.com here, or are we gonna move on?
Yeah, right.
Speaking of
Sorry.
ancestry,
So you bring the elk back to the woman, and she says, "Oh, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting this. Here, take some." And she goes over and rummages through some things.
Aera quickly wipes some blood off her beak.
And gives you. She pulls out a small wooden box, and she starts kind of searching.
Casting prestidigitation. No, Aera, you've got a little something right there.
Right here? Run it, get it.
Bobola, you got some schmutz right here. I got it. Stand still.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here, have this deck of cards. It's been in my family for generations. None of us have drawn any.
I would do that to you guys, wouldn't I?
I draw a card immediately.
Goodbye.
Look, it's on the fucking map.
Yeah.
One
she
deck is
offers
on
you.
the map.
She offers you a couple of vials
Okay.
and a scroll
Interesting.
in exchange for the food.
Thank you.
Thank you. This will
What are these?
serve me very well. She pulls out this long knife, walks over to this body of this huge elk, and just starts taking off huge chunks of meat
Yeah.
and tossing them onto her shoulder,
I like your style, lady.
carving this thing out.
Nice.
I'm going to passively insight check her as to why this old lady in the middle of bumfuck nowhere,
Middle-aged lady.
why somebody
Why anyone?
Why anyone?
who is living in these conditions has access to those things.
I didn't know.
What, the vials in this scroll?
Mouth, Arranis.
Yeah,
It's only a level 1 scroll.
I'm going
That much you
to.
can tell.
I'm going to do the tried and true case test for the potions.
Are we still talking about the lady in the hut?
Alright, you want to do the, make some Arcana rolls.
I mean, if you just want to wait, we can just wait until we're out of sight of her and we can identify him.
That's actually what I'll do.
Yeah, I mean, we have more than one caster that can cast Identify.
We can do it two at
Don't look
once.
at River.
Yeah, let's do it. Do it to it.
So, yeah. We will go on our merry way, I suppose.
Hello,
Alright.
everyone, by the way. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr.
I cannot-
Dr.
oh.
Professor River.
Reverend.
Remember?
It's turning into Roland with the
Oh, no. no,
with
no.
the
Esquire, yeah.
with the addition of it's like Roland, the peacemaker, taking on the world, very confused.
Wait, no, the Right Honorable. Mr.
Most-
Dr.
most Reverend.
Professor River Esquire the Third.
Cassidy, stop.
So once we're over the hill and reasonably far away from the lovely person that we've done a good thing for, and most certainly will not poison us, / give us a scroll of explosive runes.
It's a level 1 scroll. You're fine.
What is it? What is it? I
Alright.
can't read it.
So between the two of us identifying shit,
She gave you 2 basic potions of healing,
Ah.
a vial of antitoxin,
Ooh.
and a first level scroll of healing word.
Aww.
Who is this, by the way?
This was just some rando woman that you found out in the middle of the, well, she was,
On
how do
our
I
way
say
to the coast?
this? There was a bog, a rare bog.
was she a hag?
It was a great bog, and oh, guys, you don't even know that song, Christ, do you?
No.
I was about to break out into song. You guys don't know that song.
Sing it. Sing it to us.
We don't have
Oh
time.
god, you don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me sing this one.
Okay.
Nilbog! It's the only bog I know.
Green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around.
No, I was gonna say her name was Freya, just to fuck with people who played the new God of War game.
No!
I will bring down
Boy.
every atrocity, every ruination upon you.
Oh my god. So, I watched this Let's Player, Scribe.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Let's talk about Scribe in the break.
Yes. Sorry. Just remind me to talk about it later. Alright, so,
We went
long story
from
short.
leading off the rails to leaping off the fucking rails.
Okay, so,
In chat.
yeah, so, anyway. So, so it's a bunch of basic healing items, and eventually you reach a small coastal town, where you had marked on your map where the dragon would be.
Yeah. Hello.
Well, I hope that the dragon notices us and helps us out quickly. We're not exactly inconspicuous.
Dragon.
The green one.
So, what would you guys like to do? I mean, there's like a handful of places. There's a lighthouse on a pier.
I'm gonna look around. Look around for dragon tricks.
Let me check the wording on scrying real
Like
quick.
to buy a legendary magic item. Do they have that?
I'm going to go on a old school method of gathering information, and I'm going to go be charismatic and entertaining at a pub.
Okay.
To a pub.
Oh. Awesome.
Alright, you go down to the local pub,
Quaint. Oh.
and there's quite a few people in there, including, make an intelligence check.
Can I go with
I'm
Arranis
so good at these.
Yeah, you can go with him, Mav.
a well-known entertainer should have.
I am going to the
Barbarian.
pub. I'm definitely going to the pub.
So I got a 9 on that check. Unless I had an advantage on it.
No advantage. You see someone who looks familiar, but you're not sure where.
I'm going to keep my eye on that person while I kind of...
My Roll20 page crashed.
I'm gonna, the Arranis school of just gathering information, being generally friendly, playing a song, telling a story.
Vaguely making suggestions to might assassinate the king and take his crown.
If that's not working, I will enter a drinking contest with the toughest looking person at the bar.
I'm gonna sit down at the bar and keep an eye on Arranis just to make sure nobody's like getting close to him, is suspiciously close to him.
Alright. So people are relatively entertained. Make a performance roll.
Yes!
It's been forever.
Oh my god.
Plus
Jesus
15!
Christ.
Okay.
Good god.
I gotta look up. I gotta
That's
remember
like
something.
B tier bard right there. Only a 15.
Yeah, no, people are really getting into it. They're having fun with it. You know, they're laughing at all the right jokes and things like that. You know, you just.
And then there's one guy in the back laughing at the wrong jokes, and everybody's just like, "Come on, man."
That guy.
It's Illianor.
What stories do you tell?
I'm going to tell them
He said fart.
about the time my daughter summoned the frog.
They are very confused, and then you explain what it is, and then they start kind of laughing.
I think I'll also tell the glorious tale of us taking down Tenebris the Vile.
Yes!
Yeah, they really get into that one.
And then I will continue the Dragonic theme and try and I'm slowly getting ready to segue into how I'm getting that information to our meeting with and our good relations with a benevolent dragon in the form of Hadar. That way, and I'm leading the conversation in such a way that invites somebody to interrupt in such a manner to, like, oh, we know about something like that.
Stove.
How many people here know a dragon? Yeah? I
mean,
see
we
you.
just
I see you
we
raising your hand in the back there.
We befriended two good dragons.
You know what the
No,
dragons
you
are like, am I right? Am I right?
The man that you vaguely recognized from before kind of nods at this, and he goes, "Ain't heard of no dragons around here. But I think I might know who can help you."
Oh.
Ah. Excuse me, my good folks. I need to buy a man a drink.
Aera's sipping some table wine.
Tell him the one about the giants.
What?
Damn near scared me when he picked up me boat.
Oh,
And he puts in his pipe, and he takes a couple puffs, and blows it out the side of his mouth.
Do I recognize this person now?
Make another intelligence check.
Can I try to make an intelligence check as well? Because
Yes.
I know that Arranis' first roll was my intelligence. I don't know what that plus. Oh, that's a save. Take the 8.
I can't roll for some reason on my character sheet. One sec.
Oh yeah, mine did that earlier, and then the tab crashed on me. So
Yay.
try reloading the tab.
Yeah, the client crashed on me.
We.
All right, Aera, you recognize this guy
Who are you?
as the one and only Captain Brownbeard.
Oh,
Captain.
you!
He's,
Oh God!
Is he the guy who was
It was when we were in the Seas of Chaos, right?
and
He's a chaos.
To be fair, it's been a year.
You called me the Stormborn. Stormbringer?
Stormbringer.
Stormbringer.
Ah, Stormbringer, it's good to see you again. He
It's good to see you too,
gives you a
dude.
big ol' hearty handshake.
Ah! Yeah, sorry about, disappearing forever. That was totally unexpected and unintentional. And
Yeah.
weird as
We
shit.
prepaid for the voyage, didn't we?
Yes.
it was a very good magic trick. We got the disappearing part quite well. It took us a little while to figure out the reappearing part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with the giants, you'll usually get something like that. And he puffs on his pipe again and again blows it out the side of his mouth.
Time hasn't been so kind for us to talk about our incident with the giants just yet.
It's a...
Well, perhaps old Captain can help you. Come with me, I'll show you me shack. Put you up for the night. We'll go from there.
River, this is Captain Brandbeard. He was our boat guy when we went down underwater to talk to the giants. None of this makes any sense out of context. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
We'll catch you up with it later. Come on.
Okay, I wasn't here for Brownbeard.
Yeah, you weren't.
That explains a lot. I thought he was the
Arranis
guy-
was. You weren't.
I thought he was the guy that when we got the thing with the copper dragon and we got chased down by the red dragon. I thought he was part of that.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm not telling that story.
Thankfully not.
So he actually takes you to the lighthouse, and now that you get close to it, the lighthouse, next to the lighthouse is this little dingy shack. And he pulls open the door, and it looks like the kind of a normal shack, and then he walks over and he kind of pulls back, there's a rug on the floor, he pulls back a rug and grabs onto a latch that you didn't see before. Pulls it open, and all of a sudden you get this big whiff of salty sea air. It's just, it's not like a bad smell, but it hits you right in the face. Like the brine and brackish water from kind of a combination of the water emptying out into the ocean. He says, "Come on!" He grabs a nearby lantern. First off, he taps out his pipe, takes out, opens up this little like jar, if you will, puts in some more tobacco, and just with his thumb strikes a match, and then uses the thumb to light the pipe, and then he lights the lantern and
That was badass.
puts in his pipe, picks up the lantern, and starts leading you down into this spiral staircase.
Yeah, but River can light up a sword, not just a thumb.
And you have to kind of be careful, because as you start going down, it's smooth stone, like you're running your hand along, and then all of a sudden it starts getting like jagged and sharp, like it was carved out of like the coral, or the
Cool.
it was like coral and just granite or whatever it was that happens to be holding this lighthouse on the edge of this pier. And eventually, at one point, he says, hold on a second. And he snuffs out the lantern, and all you can see is the faint glow of the pipe, and all of a sudden, things just start lighting up. These lights all over the place. They're natural, bioluminescent, glowing things. You actually look over and you see this big. It's like you're in a cave, a natural cave, but I'm trying to think of how to describe it. So where you are, you're like at this height. This is where the floor of the cave is, and then it kind of keeps going down and in, and you actually can see like you can start seeing into the ocean, basically, like as if there's like some kind of glass or something like that holding the ocean at bay.
That is so cool.
So like a bottle held upside down kind of thing.
Essentially, yeah. And
Is it a wall of force?
you're not entirely sure what it is. It probably is something like that.
River taps it
Yeah, I was gonna say I poke at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was going to like.
with my claws. Do I get a similar
Yeah,
sound to when I tap
it
a glass
reverberates. That's a wall of force right there.
Hmm.
I wasn't sure
I
if
like
it was
this.
just placid water and we were gonna take a step forward and just like go for a fucking swim.
And then you turn around, trying to find the sea captain, and you can't find him.
Oh,
Oh.
I've read stories about.
Guess we die now.
Oh shit.
I'm glad we've all reached a similar conclusion.
We are
Go
done.
now, don't be so
I knew I
pessimistic.
didn't want to go underwater.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about us dying.
Where are you?
You hear like off in the distance some kind of like chuckling or something like that. You hear like bubbles over in this area, like these weird, strange noises. You hear like off somewhere in the distance, like a child giggling, things like that. And I assume that you try to follow some of these noises.
Yeah.
And you follow them, and they just kind of keep leading you deeper and deeper into this cave, and it's brilliantly, it's absolutely astounding. There's piles of pearls, coral, precious, regular stones that have been washed against the beach so much that they've actually become rounded out. You actually end up at one point almost running into an entire ship. Like, perfectly intact.
I have a
Okay.
feeling
And you
we're
actually
not in
see
shipping
Captain,
town
the
anymore.
captain sitting there at the helm with the and said, I may have lied to you earlier.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
I told you I didn't know about any dragons in this part. Well, that would be a lie. And he hops off the ship, but he doesn't land. Instead, you see an ancient bronze dragon appear before you. He jumps off the side of the ship and...
River stops eyeing any
That
shiny
was
things
neat.
that were around, and then
Oh, I
just
can't
looks
hear
at the
Kyle.
ground.
He's still got a very long pipe in his mouth that he kind of grasps with his claws. I'd be the dragon in this area.
Well, hello.
Constitution
Well,
save 5.
Wait, sorry, hold on.
You have the 5,000 to your Constitution save.
No, it's Captain Brownbeard. I have access to the sheet. I've been adding the stats.
I do too. I think you put it as controlled by all.
Oh god, what are you doing? Stop.
Where did I put him? Let's see. I know I have him here somewhere.
I made a little 20-star barrel barbarian furball with a strength score of 64 or 64.
Yeah, there's a
Dex of
couple-
63.
There's actually a couple of them that
Could have sworn to God I put him in here.
What have you done? What?
Well, long story short, I have his name written down. Let me find it.
There we go.
Ah.
Zenerous.
Okay.
My name is Caleparus.
That was close.
Could you spell that?
Folks call me Sage.
Oh, that's a
Sage Caleparus.
Oh,
So cool.
Because I remember a lot more than most.
Sage Calabrus. What does Calabrus mean?
So do you just prefer?
I remember so many
Sage?
battles. I've been in so many battles. You actually now, upon looking at him a little bit closer, you notice that he's actually like pockmarked with different scars and battle wounds from 1,000 years of fighting.
Something older than me, finally.
You're damn right, something older than you.
I'll get there eventually.
I'm sure you will. I remember. Now I've heard of you all. You should have come to me earlier.
River
sorry,
follows the crowd.
Sorry, you move around a lot. It's likely our invitation didn't get to us in time.
We also kind of have a problem of not wanting to ask for help when we need it.
No,
Okay,
I was
so, like-
anticipating your arrival. I heard you in Embrys. I was expecting to see you much sooner.
Ah. Yeah,
I could have told you all you needed to know about that Hand of Light, or as you know him, the Black Hand.
that's a
yeah,
that's a non-issue at this point.
we found out about that one the hard way.
I'd say it isn't.
To be fair,
Alright.
with or without that information, I think events would have played out quite similarly.
Poor
We
I
were
River.
not
imagine
in-
they would. But it's a moot point. But it's... What do you say now? He starts muttering something in Draconic.
A moot point.
Oh, what's the matter?
Not that word, pointless.
Wait, can I hear him?
That's the word.
Can I hear him?
It's something about roughly along the lines of, what do the kids say these days?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I empathize with this immediately.
I'll keep that one to myself.
Yeah.
Now then,
As will
There's
I.
a few orders of business. I heard you collecting these, and he takes his pipe and scrapes off a handful of scales.
Oh shit, yeah!
Ooh. Mavarax, you use those, yes?
Yeah, I could go for some scales.
Good.
Alright, Mavarax, when you put your scale into your bracelet, as I assume you do,
Yeah.
Add to my bag of holding. Dragon scale.
do you have resistance to lightning?
I am not sure. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, I keep misclicking.
It's okay. Which one is this again? A bronze dragon?
Yes.
I'm trying to find where I marked that in my.
You've got white,
What?
or not white, you got silver, brass, copper, so,
Yeah, I already have resistance
fire.
to lightning.
well, now you have, yeah, you still have resistance to lightning, but your shield has another part to it,
Nice.
What's up?
so you've got, let's see, you've got four
Shit's got
of the
another
5, and he says, and, you may want to stand back for this next part, most of you.
Mhm.
Fun.
I'm going to make sure that River is actually the prerequisite far enough away.
And he,
River
Pick up
does
River and
not.
just
River did not want to be underwater to begin with, so River is doing whatever the fuck this giant lizard man tells him to.
and he takes a deep breath in and says, open up, boy.
Oh.
I guess I opened my mouth.
I need an adult.
I am an adult! And he unleashes this breath on you, Mavarax, and it damn near blows you away. But you feel the electricity charging through you. You now have an extra d6 of damage for your breath,
Yay!
Nice.
and it is lightning
Nice.
based.
Yeah, so 5d6.
Yeah,
Nice.
you got cold,
Fire,
radiant, fire. No, you didn't get. You don't have
Acid.
cold yet, because you never
No, I don't
actually
have
got
cold.
the increased
Silver.
breath weapon from.
No, I think I got the resistance.
Stone
though,
Speaker.
didn't I?
You did get her resistance. You did not get her.
That's fine.
Yeah, you can go back and get that later.
No.
So you have lightning, you have
Candidates,
fire,
go to Corin.
you have
Change
radiant,
of plans.
you have acid.
Neat.
If you want, we can get a teleportation sigil sequence. No, I don't have the sequence actually. No, I do.
For what, Minist?
Yeah. I have the one directly in her lair.
Oh, that's impressive.
Just pop in like that. It won't be startling or anything.
Which
I don't want to go back.
Well, we can go back maybe after Mavarax.
I was going to say you have some business to take care of.
Mavarax wants to go home.
I would really.
Versus home.
And I intend on helping you.
what
Hmm?
business do you believe that we have?
Do you think I don't keep my ear to the ground?
It's sort of easy when you live in a cave.
I mean, we tend to not, so
To be young again.
Yo.
Anyway, so there's some things going on up in Cornan.
Where?
I don't like it.
Can you tell me a little bit about this?
All I know is that there's an army amassing,
Oh God.
Mm.
and boy, oh,
River starts to scowl at that.
he points his pipe at you, Mavarax, and boy, oh, I intend on helping you take it down.
Oh.
Okay.
But of course, there's the matter of me payment.
Oh God.
What do you say?
It'll be a nominal fee, about half, and unfettered access to your library.
What was the cost again?
Half.
Half what?
Half what?
Of whatever it is that you take when you
Oh.
seize the city.
Oh shit!
We're seizing a
What
city.
about?
So
I do not wish to give up any of the city myself.
Oh, not the city, boy.
Princess, no.
Okay, just
I
wanted to
don't
make
want
sure.
the city, I want the things in it. Especially what's in that library. Do you know how many years of military history are in that?
I'm going to insight check the dragon, and
Me too.
Yeah, let's go.
particularly,
Agree on that.
I'm operating under the assumption that this guy has our gold.
He doesn't. He does not have your gold.
A likely story.
He does have a vested interest in military battles, though.
Of course he does.
He's very curious. That's fine. I mean, I'm fine with, like, the library thing on general principle. I know it's not my choice, but what exactly are you expecting us to find in the city? Besides a shit ton of evil military sorts?
Yes, when you say you're going to take half, what does that include? Does that include money, firstborn children,
Property?
dogs?
Oh, goodness. My
I thought you
point
just said
is,
half.
when Coronin was founded, they pledged their undying allegiance to the dragons. The good dragons.
Okay. So this is
I
like,
simply wish to stake my claim.
seems legit.
I'm okay with him having access to the library.
And, given the way things are, and the way that he turns to you, Illianor, you know how they are. Empires rise and fall, kingdoms come and go,
Yeah.
but we live for a very long time. Of course, the money would be safe with me.
Assuming there's no intrepid adventurers that come to try and wrestle it from you, yes.
And with that, he kind of like leans forward and gets real close to you and just narrows his eyes and just says,
Not us. Not us. Not us.
Hey, not us.
I'm simply speaking of possibilities.
What sort of
There's
person would
not-
even kill a bronze dragon?
So
An
I
evil
have
person.
access-
There's evil in the world, yes.
It's
he just-
rhetorical.
like, just
Oh.
a puff of smoke like right into your face.
What?
River starts sneezing.
How old are you again?
Who?
Illianor.
That's a rather personal question, don't you think?
Old enough to know better than to piss off a dragon.
Apparently, age does not beget wisdom.
No.
He's not wise.
I'm 13 and I have a higher wisdom score than him, so...
I simply just speak the truth.
So, just sort of asking... I know this is kind of a personal question, but I understand dragons like to hoard stuff. Is this more of a desire to stake your claim on an ancient birthright, or is there a desire to have some shiny shit from Coronin sitting in your rather impressive cave lair?
What can I ask?
I'm staking out my right and making sure that nothing happens to it, especially, when people are getting overly eager and sacking the city.
True, and there's nowhere safer than in an ancient dragon's lair. But I was wondering, perhaps, and I know that I don't have any real authority in these matters, seeing as I'm not actually part of the royal family. But I was wondering if it might be better, as long as you're holding on to Coronin's shit, they need to stay in contact with you, and what if something happens?
What if you make a bank? And then they can have bank accounts?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
And then you can hold on.
You said there's on like some sort of bank system. I don't know. Maybe that could work. I'm just trying to make sure that Coronin gets to keep all of the stuff it needs.
Tell you what. All right, here's how it will go. When you decide to raid the city or whatever it is that you people will do,
Liberate, free, or whatever.
Liberation.
That's the word we're looking for.
We're gonna
Liberate.
sack it. We're gonna put it all in a big sack.
And then we take all the valuables.
You know how you take the gold and divide it amongst yourselves?
Yeah.
I went in on that, but I want
Alright.
double the share.
Okay. Works for me.
So what you're saying is that
So instead
What
of
you're
6, make it 8 and give me 2 of the shares.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, for that.
But I mean,
I'm-
this is one of those cases where ultimately I think the decision comes down to 7. So how are you feeling about this?
I am not worried about giving away some of our share. I'm not worried about grabbing much of a bounty.
All right.
My main goal is liberating my people.
That's fair. Yeah. All right.
So if we would like, let's split it 7 ways and give him my share.
Thank you.
All right.
No. I'm not about to deprive one of my kin some of the what's rightly theirs. He pokes you in the chest with his pipe, with the end of his pipe.
Ooh.
Don't be going all high and mighty on me now.
You're gonna be rich and you're gonna like it, damn it.
Take your trust fund.
Right then.
I just need to go back.
Agreed. And we'll be getting there.
All right.
But first, there's one other thing that needs to be taken care of. And he points at you, Aera. You, Stormbringer.
Hi. Me.
You have to talk to someone.
Oh.
Trust me, it'll all make sense when we get there.
I'm not that great at talking to people. Maybe Arranis should do it.
Right, on the
like-
ship, everybody.
Ah, all right.
So,
Shit.
Okay.
River immediately goes inside the ship in case we go
Because
underwater.
we're all going into the
like,
ship.
through the water.
I don't suppose any of you know actually how to sail a ship, he says as he starts like pushing the ship
I've read
along
books about
the
pirates
cavern.
and adventurers on
Yes,
ships.
I'm kind of familiar with like little fishing boats, but not
Have
something
you ever
like
read
this.
Treasure Island? I love Treasure Island.
I know sea shanties.
Oh,
Oh, I
goody.
think
I'm
there's-
okay
The
with
bard
that.
knows a sea shanty. Well, thank the gods in heaven above that the bard knows how to sing.
I think there are sea
I swear, none of you are worth your weight in salt half the time.
Can I
Pushes
just dragon thank
push-
the multiple gods?
Well, I like to think if I rightfully had all the items that I required during our adventuring career, I'd be worth quite as much as my weight in salt.
He pushes the ship till it reaches the wall, and then he taps on it, and and the water starts. It's starting to become high tide, so the water starts coming in and lapping up against the ship, and he just kind of give one final push, shoves it out to sea,
We're going on a boat.
and closes the thing back up. You're looking over the side. You can actually see all the seaweed and plant life are these like crazy vibrant colors. Like there's pink and like cyan and magenta. There's neon orange. There's like fucking all sorts of crazy colors.
Holy shit!
Interesting.
What's the deal
Anyone
with
wants
these
to make an
glow
Arcana
things?
check to figure out why the fuck this is going on, because that ain't natural.
Magic. I'm like, where?
He has just been here for that long.
Looks like magic.
Yeah, it's magic. He's been living in this area for so long that the general place around it is
Enchanted.
so suffused with his magic that it like the plants turn crazy colors.
That's so cool.
Interesting.
Illianor, is the place around where you live suffused with your magic?
No. Not to this extent.
You gotta work on your aura, man.
The people around me are infused with my magic.
So there's two anchors on either. There's an anchor on either side, and he grabs them with his front claws, and starts swimming and using his, just swimming along, dragging you guys along with him. He says, "I heard about the last time that you took a flying ship. I figured you'd prefer a sailing one.
Yeah.
We'll only fly.
River
Best
would
not to
prefer
attract
to
attention
fly.
if we're going via the sea instead of via the air."
Yeah, so where exactly are we going?
Zubasu.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of words that I've never heard before. Cornin and Zubasu, what are they?
Oh, someone show him a freaking map.
Yes, please, but I think my map's out of date.
I'm going to give Aera and Vernon the map. I'm going to grab 7 and pull him into a room, and I'm going to start ritual casting a spell.
They're gonna make out.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this moment the entire time I've been with you.
I don't know if you want to do that. So I'm gonna ritual.
Has been so thick you could cut it with a knife.
I'm going to ritually cast telepathic bond with just the two of us.
Just
And-
the two of us.
I'll be
We
back.
can make it.
I wanted to make sure that nobody overheard this, but just as a thought, you don't have to get your share if your share is 0. If the shares are 0.
I'm listening.
So we siege the city. We take the spoils. We're all very rich. What if the amount of golds that we took for ourselves, our take, if you will, was nothing?
I don't feel all that good about tricking a ancient bronze dragon.
I would not perceive it as tricking an ancient bronze dragon. I would be convincing the bronze dragon that we're going to rebuild it better this time.
Okay.
And that we'll use it to pay for farms, for infrastructure, for advancing in military tactical theory.
Everybody should get a little bit though, and that's on me. Just I guess thanking everyone.
I think that's not even prompted. They would take this idea to heart.
And you see, this is where Aera's from.
That little Styx island down there, Zubasu.
On one condition.
Here.
Back when I was there, Corin and
What's the one condition?
On one condition. This is all my idea. So that way, if he gets mad, he's mad at me and not you guys.
That would have worked perhaps a few years back. We've gone through too much for that to happen nowadays. You know it too.
I do. I think that's an excellent idea.
And if he's absolutely refuses, then fine. We'll do it the traditional way. But it's the thought of benevolence that is befitting what you already have.
I say if he refuses about the whole share thing, we just toss him some money.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I do like the idea of dumping as much money as we can into the city.
Long live Mavarax the 7th, King of Coronin.
Thanks, buddy. I hope to live long.
And
go for it.
Yeah. And so with that, I'm just gonna go out and
I'm sorry, I'm looking over at the chat
come back and
and
look at
reading
this
the shit
nonsense.
that's going on over there.
Before we go back out,
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure what he knows. He doesn't know what Corin and
This was a
he's a
telepathic.
hermit, not an imbecile.
Right, and over here's Minist,
Yes, I've been to Minas.
Indeed,
Oh, right, good. You've been in there. How much is a war in?
Never heard of it.
Before you go back out, Arranis.
This is entirely telepathic. We can continue the conversation.
You draw a nice
Yeah,
anyone know
let's do that as we're walking around.
That's for us.
I'm just gonna say, thank you. You're one of the. Our group seems to have changed quite a bit, and currently you're really the only one around that has seen this out from the beginning with me, and I appreciate it.
Of course. Of course. It's going to make an excellent book one day.
I really, really hope it does.
So you travel, you continue sailing, and eventually the night comes. You all sleep below deck and are enjoying yourselves when all of a sudden you hear, "Wake up! Wake up, you bloody idiots!"
Oh god!
Huh? I wasn't asleep.
5 more minutes!
I never sleep. What?
So many teeth! Oh god.
Get up on deck! Right now, we have an issue!
I run up preparing to cast spells.
Yep.
Storm?
So you get up on deck, and it's the middle of the night. It's pitch black.
Okay.
Can't see shit.
What are we doing? We're fighting? We're fighting.
Have we gotten a full rest in?
Not yet.
Oh, do we still have those temporary hit points from when Arranis gave them to us? I don't know when he gave them to
I don't know.
us.
Did Arranis give you temporary hit points?
I would do that. I would do that every day, and I think
Okay.
particularly after like the stuff I've done with 7, it's just not even like a passive thing.
Cool.
Okay.
Just assume that I've done it.
And then off in the distance, you see these two kind of like slowly blinking lights.
Is something huge winking at us? Is it flirting with you?
That thing's been following us for a good hour or so now, and it's slowly catching up. I think it's gonna overtake us soon.
Any idea what it is?
It's a ship. That's about as much as I know.
Okay.
Where? Sorry. There's a ship catching up. Are we
I have-
underwater, or have we breached the
they-
surface?
You've been swimming on the surface. You've been sailing on the surface.
Okay.
If they're
You're
trying
above deck now. It's the middle of the night.
Arranis, are you adept at disguising people?
Not particularly.
Hold on. If they're trying to sneak up on us, why do they have those flashing lights?
Is it Morse code by chance?
What?
Who?
Nope.
Who's Morse code?
Gently splinging lights, and eventually one of them winks out, and then the other winks out.
I have a thought. I know what I'm doing.
Gone. Thought.
How large is the ship?
That is an excellent question.
Is it about 30 feet long?
Is it bigger?
Than a bread
It's
box.
like 90 plus feet long.
Shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ultimate bluff that I can. We agree that we don't want the ship there, right?
Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down, open my book, get a little bit of fleece and some jade dust out from my bag, and I'm going to cast Programmed Illusion. And I'm going to program the illusion to be the rear part of the boat, the part that they can see quite well. And I'm going to have the programmed illusion is going to, for the next, I believe it can last for up to 10 minutes at a time. No, it can last for 5 minutes. So, and it's going to diverge paths with us and try and lead them into a different direction. And it'll do that. I'm casting it on the boat so I can repeat it every 10 minutes if we need to, and try and continuously confuse them and send it in a different direction, kind of thing.
Okay. Alright, so you do that, and there are a couple times where it looks like it's going to follow, and then it stops, and it swerves back, and it keeps at a steady pace, and it keeps following.
They have to make a really high investigation check to be able to disprove it.
Although,
By
if they can
How do you
still
know I
see-
haven't already done that?
Yeah,
Then beat my DC 18 investigation check.
sure.
You'll understand why.
I know, but I wanted to throw that out there. That if
The DM
You know,
makes
you
the
throw
mysterious
enough numbers at something, eventually you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, as the ship finally starts to get up close to you,
sort of see
you
Hello.
see.
railings.
Does anyone have a light source?
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Dark
but River
vision.
can light his
can't
sword.
see anything.
River can light his sword.
1 second.
It glows when orcs are near.